You are not limited to this body, to this mind, or to this reality. You are a limitless ocean of consciousness imbued with infinite potential. You are existence itself. That was said by Joseph P. Kaufman. And I am 1202 Deuce Lee. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be reading to you chapter 3 of our short story. So let's get right into it. This isn't home. Amaranth pouts, rubbing the grassy hill resting beneath us. No, Amaranth. It isn't home. I try turning my head, but my neck is stiff, so I just stare into the bright, glowing, amethyst-colored sun. Where the hell are we? Do you believe that projection is real now? Confusion forms behind my eyes, and I try my best to rub it away. I can feel a small headache forming at the base of my neck. At least with the blackouts, it didn't feel like a chimera was ripping me apart. Astral projection is just extreme psychosis. My parents have schizophrenia. There's a 40% chance of me having it too. She crosses her arms in protest. Why am I even speaking to you, Phantasm? Phantasm? What nerve. Driving my finger into her elbow elicits a shriek. Ow! Then, with all of her combined strength, punches me right in the shoulder. Why'd you do that? Aggression flooding her voice like the great tsunami of the West. Feels real, doesn't it? Genuine shock dances across her face, if only for a second. She shrugs it off as quickly as it comes, wipes her hands, and stands up to look off into the distance. The blinding purple sun forces me to sit up. I notice something in the distance too. Look, over there. I point out what looks to be a small town. It looks half the size of Angel Emerald. It looks abandoned, she adds. Yeah, it does look abandoned. Let's check it out. The suggestion drips from my lips and soaks into the soil beneath me. She seems sad. What's wrong? The real Adrien probably thinks I'm weird. It's been a few months since I've hallucinated this bad. I thought I was finally getting better. Dr. Glitz promised I could make my hallucinations go away for good. Her face is flushed, full of anguish. She's panicking hard. I sympathize with her. My head starts ringing intensely and a lump forms in my stomach. Not again. Shaman said I shouldn't have come out here, and maybe she was right. I should have at least completed my training first, but there was honestly no time. I'm suddenly not feeling like an adventurer. Maybe you're right, Amaranth. I can see it a loss, maybe for the first time ever. Something just isn't sitting right with this place. I look over to Amaranth, who's now been silent for a few minutes. Her third eye opens completely. The sclera is 3 times its normal size and a glowing purple just like the sun, accented by the long curled eyelashes I mistook for bangs draped across her face. You have 3 eyes. She seems unmoved by my declaration. Can you just shut up for a second? Her stoic expression turns irritable. Yes. This is how I see myself. The brain can make up fantastical images of things that seem real but are definitely not, like you, so why do I keep talking to you She throws her hands in frustration. She's so convinced this isn't real. Science has taught people to reject mysticism, and Dr. Glitz speaks so highly of the advancements in science. Angel Emerald is remarkably advanced for a mining town so small. Science claims alting the ancient practice of travel of your light between realms is a myth made up by the world's biggest religious institutes to entice people into joining the occult. Even the divine is categorized as a myth. It doesn't shock me that Amaranth is in denial. The whole damned world is in denial. I just need to breathe and focus on my living room. I am not standing on a hill. I am sitting in my living room with the real Adrien. Pop-Pop is making his Blue Lotus chicken. I can almost smell it. She closes her eyes, trying to visualize with exact accuracy. Almost instantly, I can start to smell hints of Blue Lotus and orange peel. Comfort food. If I could get hungry here, I'd be starving. How long has it been just you and him, I wonder aloud. I can only remember back to when I was 8. Water collects in her eyes like a valley, turning her apprehensive, doleful. It's the only thing I can remember from before my parents were admitted to Angel Asylum. Trace amounts of him being around. All I can manage to force out is a weak, "I'm sorry." She's starting to draw into herself, and I don't want to press too far. So I draw attention back to the town in the distance. I pull my hand up to trace imaginary lines over the town's buildings. I start with one column, about 13 buildings long. Just about 30 feet away, another column, 13 buildings like the previous. One street unpaved going down the center, then I move my fingers to the base of town. One intersection when you first get into town, and another 6 houses in. 13 buildings on either side of these streets as well. A Leviathan cross. You know of any other towns where every street has the same exact number of buildings? It's as if my words bounce off of her. I repeat myself twice before she realizes I'm speaking to her. You okay? Her amethyst eye is glowing intensely now, but it moves me to a subtle peace when I stare into it. Yes, I'm fine. I think we should check it out. Watching her trek towards town, with no concern if I'm following, I realize I have no choice but to join her. I genuinely hope you know what you are doing, Amaranth, for both of our sakes.